Yesterday we discussed about strategy design pattern, na boss. Yes, boss. It is combination of how many rules, boss? 3 rules. Favor composition over inheritance, right? Number 2, code to interfaces are abstract classes, never code to concrete classes. This we are doing for loose coupling, right, boss? Next, our code must be open for extension and must be closed for modification. Must be open for extension and must be closed for modification. Okay. Using interfaces, we can keep our code open for extension, right? Yes or no? Na? Using interfaces, we can keep our code open for extension. By taking classes as the final classes, we can keep our code closed for modification. What do you say, guys? We can definitely keep our code closed for modification. What do you say, boss? Yes, boss. Now tell me. Okay, today I'm going to talk about factory pattern, boss. Yeah, factory pattern, boss. Tell me here, what is this pattern? This returns one of the several related class objects. One of these several related class objects based on the data you pass, based on the inputs you pass. Understanding my point? It returns one of these several related classes based on the data or inputs you pass. Based on the data or input you pass, guys. Now tell me. We can keep classes as the related classes. How can we keep classes as related classes, guys? By making those classes either implementing common interface, extending from common concrete class or abstract class. Right now, boss? Extending from common concrete class or abstract class. We can keep classes as related classes by making those classes implementing common interface or extending from common superclass or abstract class. Extending from common superclass or abstract class, guys. Yes or no, na, boss? Every factory pattern contains one factory method. One factory method, mostly static factory method, boss. One static factory method. Come on, guys. Having logic to create and return. One of these several related classes object directly or indirectly. Directly or indirectly. Understanding my statement? Directly or indirectly. See, guys, directly or indirectly, based on the data we pass. Based on the data we pass. So this factory method this factory method takes, guys, common interface or superclass. Common interface or superclass as the return type. as the return type, guys. Okay, guys. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Every factory pattern contains one static factory method, guys, having logic to create and return one of the several related classes object, directly or indirectly, based on the data we pass, boss. So this factory method, what method? Static factory method, takes common interface or superclass as the return type, guys. Hey, listen. Okay, I will ask one simple question, guys. Interface I1, some method declaration. Class A implements I1. Class A implements I1. Class B implements I1. Class B implements I1. Class C implements I1. This is interface I1, guys. Interface I1. A here, B here, C here. Everyone got the point, my dear? Understanding my statement, boss? Class A implements I1, Class B implements I1, Class C implements I1. Okay, guys. Now listen carefully. Public. Now tell me, I have a method who can return either A object or B object or C object. So then what should be the return type of that method, guys? What should be the return type of method? If I take A, can I return B class object? If I take B, can I return A and C class objects? So better to take common interface now, boss. What is the common thing for all these interfaces, for all these classes? What is the common? Better to take interface as the return type or not? Listen, guys. You have, everyone listen carefully. You have one invitation card, but you want to call all the 6 brothers of the family. All the 6 brothers of the family, you have one invitation card. Tell me, better to write first brother name or last brother name? Better to write first brother name or last brother name or father name? It's always better to write father name now, boss. It is always better to write father name. What do you say, boss? Yeah, if you take father name as if you write father name on the card, every brother will come by feeling that invitation is given to my family, right, boss? Here also, tell me here, what is this? Public static I1 is the return type. Create object, string data. Okay, factory method having factory pattern logic. Factory method having factory pattern logic, boss. Yeah, tell me, if data equals ignore case, yeah. If data equals ignore case A, return new A of. Else if data equals ignore case. B. Return B of. Else if data equals ignore case. C. Ignore case C. Return new C of. Else throw new illegal argument exception. Invalid inputs. Invalid inputs. End of the return type. End of the return type. End of the return type. I hope you got it, my dear. I hope you got it, my dear. Come on. End of the return type. End of the return type. Everyone convinced, guys? Basically factory method, guys, but factory pattern logic is there. It is returning one of the several related class objects based on the data we pass. What do you say, guys? That is practically confirmed or not? Based on the data we pass, it is returning one of the several related class objects. Everyone getting my point here, guys? If data is A, I am creating A class object. If data is B, I am creating and returning B class object. If data is C, I am creating and returning C class object. Clear, boss? Okay, no problem. Though return type is I1, we can return ABC class object. Why so, boss? Because all are implementing common interface A. All of them are implementing common interface A. Come on. Super. Okay, some examples of factory pattern. Examples of factory pattern, boss. Okay, now listen carefully. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Okay. Driver manager dot get connection. Array, illegal argument exception is checked exception, unchecked exception, unchecked exception. Unchecked exception needs throw statement. Study core Java properly, ra babu. Okay. Unchecked exception does not need throw statement at the method signature. Tell me, guys, driver manager dot get connection, guys. Dash. Okay, here I am passing JDBC colon Aracle colon, otherwise URL, JDBC URL, DB username, DB password. JDBC URL, DB username, DB password. Examples of factory pattern. Now listen. If we pass Aracle URL, Aracle DB username, Aracle DB password, then it returns JDBC connection object pointing to Aracle database software. See, guys? Okay, we will get a JDBC connection object pointing to Aracle database software, right? Suppose if we pass MySQL URL, so based on the data we pass, connection object is returning and its connection to database is changing or not? MySQL URL, MySQL DB username, MySQL password. Then it returns. Then it returns JDBC connection object pointing to MySQL database software. Pointing to MySQL database software. What do you say, guys? Pointing to MySQL database software. So that means based on the data that is passed, okay, it is returning connection object related to that database now, boss. Based on the input values we pass, it is returning connection object related to that database, right now, boss? It is returning connection object related to that database. What do you say, guys? This is the best example for factory pattern, Rababu. It's the best example for factory pattern. Knowingly, unknowingly, every time we are using this factory pattern, right now, boss? This is example 1. Example 2. CTX.getBean. CTX.getBean method. See the container name Bean Factory. Factory giving Spring Bean class object, right? And application context container is also an extension of Bean Factory container, na boss? It returns Spring Bean class object. Spring Bean class object. Now, what is this? Based on the bean ID we pass. If you pass X bean ID, X class object. If you pass Y bean ID, Y class object. If you pass Z bean ID, Z class object. Right now, boss? It returns Spring Bean class object. It creates and returns, boss. It creates and returns Spring Bean class object based on the bean ID we passed. So that means knowingly, unknowingly, okay, in client application, we are using factory pattern. Yes or no, na, boss? Knowingly, unknowingly, in client application, we are using factory pattern. I hope you got the clarity, boss. Super. Okay, now listen. Strategy DB pattern. Strategy DB and factory DB implementation using core Java. What is your plan, sir? I'll try to implement both the design pattern using core Java. I will explain the problems of doing that work in core Java. Same application I try to develop by using what? Spring. Then you will understand the real power of this Spring. Then you will understand real power of this Spring. I hope you understood my plan, guys. I'm trying to show the power of Spring, boss. Okay. Are you ready for that? Okay. Today our agenda is developing strategy design pattern and factory design pattern using core Java setup. No Spring, nothing. We will see limitations of doing that work in core Java. Then we will try to develop the same application tomorrow. We try to develop the same application using Spring. Then we can see the advantages of developing what? Same application using Spring over core Java. Then you will be having reasons to learn Spring, boss. You'll be having solid reasons to learn Spring, right now, boss? Okay, guys. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Implementing strategy DP and factory DP using core Java. Okay. Aman Kumar, first of all, I have to give in core Java, I have to explain drawbacks. Then Spring comes. Then I have to, after developing same application using Spring, then advantages of Spring I can tell now. You don't have this much common sense, Aman Kumar. I think Aman Kumar, you might be graduated, but you are not applying common sense. In my entire statement, you caught only, tell me advantages of Spring, please. That means you are not at all listening properly. Everyone look at the chat box, question asked by Amar. I have given plan and he's asking just advantages of Spring. That means he's not understood the point, the plan I have given. Great, guys. I don't know how you got engineering certificate from university. Okay. Okay, guys. Implementing strategy design pattern using core Java. Super. So shall I go for it now? New Java project. New Java project. IOC pros 004. Strategy DP. Strategy DP or factory DP. Using core Java. That's the title of the project. Don't worry. It will ask me to create the module. Don't create the module. It is asked me to open some prospective. Don't open in any prospective. It's a core Java. No need of adding Spring jars, right? Okay. Create the packages. com.nt. Okay. In core Java, we can say components. Target class, dependent classes as components, guys. Super. Okay, guys. Now listen. I don't want to see client fellow creating target class object manually, creating one of the dependent class objects manually. I don't want to see client fellow assigning dependent class object to target class object manually. I want all these things should be taken care by one factory boss. So that's why I'm taking one factory class, guys. One thing you always remember, guys. Factory pattern provides okay. Super, guys. Factory pattern provides the abstraction. Factory pattern provides the abstraction. Factory pattern provides the abstraction. Abstraction means, guys, hiding the details. Hiding the details. Towards creating and returning. Okay, hiding towards creating and returning. Okay, objects of classes. Objects of classes. Listen, for car factor, I ask a car. It gives the car, but does it expose manufacturing details, guys? Biscuit factory, I ask biscuit. I may say I need this kind of biscuit, but does it exposes preparation details, guys? That is export preparation details. Car factory hides. Car factory provides abstraction on car manufacturing. Car manufacturing. Car factory provides abstraction on car manufacturing, guys. But okay, they deliver the car when they deliver the car when ordered, right? Biscuit restaurant restaurant provides abstraction on food preparation, but they deliver the food when ordered. They deliver the food when ordered. Yes or no? No? Okay, all these places, are we not feeling abstraction, guys? In all these places, are we not feeling abstraction? Okay. See, I will create target and dependent classes according to principles of strategy design pattern. I'm very happy to create it. But do you want to see client suffering creating target and dependent class objects manually? Do you want to see clients suffering assigning dependent class object to target class object? No. There should be someone taking care of this. And that someone is nothing but factory. That someone is nothing but factory, right? What do you say, guys? Package. Client always simplified things about. com.nt.factory, boss. New package. com.nt.test. com.nt.client, boss. com.nt.client. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Come on. Yeah. Shall we develop it? Components, guys. According to strategy design pattern. Yeah, we'll take the same Flipkart and courier example only. First, I will develop courier interface. Right, boss? Public. I'm taking new one only, Rabo. Okay, no, actually what I have explained, if that is there in the code, it looks nice. Okay, public string deliver into order ID. Superna, boss. This is my courier.java. Courier.java. Clear, my dear? Super. Next, I'll take two implementation classes, guys. DTDC, desk to desk. Desk to desk courier, guys. Here is my courier, guys. Yes, fine. Here is my DTDC.java. DTDC.java. Okay, to give the feeling whether this object is created or not, I'll try to place one constructor. I'll try to place one constructor. Here is my system dot out dot println. Tell me DTDC 0 param constructor. DTDC 0 param constructor. This is my DTDC.java. Tell me this one, guys. Return. Okay. Order ID order. Order ID order is assigned to DTDC for delivery. For delivery. Is assigned to DTDC for delivery. Okay, guys. To make these classes not modifying logics. Final na? Final. We have to take this one as a final. File save as, guys. BlueDart.DTDC. BlueDart.java. Same name, guys. Change the rename. Here is my BlueDart. BlueDart. Come on. Here is my BlueDart, guys. Zero param constructor. Here, what is there, guys? OID order is assigned to BlueDart for delivery. Is assigned to BlueDart for delivery. Assigned to BlueDart for delivery. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Yes, boss. Yeah, that's what. Dependent classes are ready, Rabam. Now I'm taking my target class here. Flipkart is my target class. So this is my Flipkart.java. Super. Tell me here, what is there? How to... we forgot to make them as Spring Bean somewhere. BlueDart.java. How to make it as Spring Bean, guys? @component. Acha. Sorry. It's a core Java. It's a core Java. Sorry, I'm excited little bit. Okay, Flipkart, guys. Tell me, has a property we should take, guys? It's a core Java based. No need of. Yeah. Tell me, has a property type should be what? Blue data, DTDC, or courier? As a property type should be what? Blue data, DTDC, or courier? Courier. Courier. Here is my has a property. Here is my has a property, guys. Now tell me here what is the public wide set courier. Courier is equal to this dot courier is equal to courier. This dot courier is equal to courier, guys. Super, guys. We take courier type reference variable. We are assigning to setter method, right? We are assigning to setter method, guys. Guys. And also taking what? One constructor to give the feeling object is created. To give the feeling object is created. So here is zero param constructor. Zero param constructor. Yeah, here is my business method, guys. Public string shopping is my business method. String items array and float prices array. Yeah, this is my business method, boss. Yeah, here I want to use the business loss. And I want to get the bill amount, boss. Here I would like to get the bill amount. Here I would like to get the bill amount, guys. Yeah, control space, guys. You will get a suggestion. Whatever suggestion you like it, you can take it. Alexa, activate balcony center light. Alexa, activate balcony center light. I forgot to keep the scheduling. I'll do it. Later I'll do. Okay, boss. Calculate bill amount. Hey, if I calculate sum of all these prices, that is bill amount only, na boss. Flow to bill amount is equal to 0.0. Per P prices. For flow to P prices, enhanced for loop, Babu. Enhanced for loop, right? Flow to P prices. Bill amount is equal to bill amount plus P. Bill amount is equal to bill amount plus P, boss. Bill amount is equal to bill amount plus P. Yeah, we are calculating sum of all the element values. We are ready with the bill amount. Okay, guys. Generate order ID. We can generate one a random number as order ID, na boss? Can we generate random number as order ID? Come on, my dear. Yeah. So I think we have a class, random class generating random number. We have a random class generating random number. Come on. New random dot. Or Java predefined class. New random dot next int of 10,000. It will generate one random number between 1 to 10,000. It will generate one random number between 1 to 10,000, guys. It's a class on that this method is called. Object is created for random class on that this method is called. Anonymous object is created on this method is called. Instead of writing in 2 lines, I am writing in a single line. Is that great? So some random number as the generator. Use courier for delivery. Yeah, we know that. This will be courier is assigned to target class, na boss. Courier is assigned to target class, na boss. Himansu, it's just a random. It's not a unique number, it's a random number. Okay, courier is assigned to Flipkart now. That is available here. So we can use here was string message is equal to courier dot delivery. Courier dot delivery OID. Anything great in this? Super. Okay, guys. Next. Return. Listen carefully. Any array, if you want to convert into single string, we have arrays.toString method. Arrays.toString method. It will convert any array into single string, guys. Arrays.toString items are ordered with prices. Arrays.toString of prices having bill amount, having bill amount, bill amount. Having bill amount, bill amount. Having bill amount, bill amount. Okay. Some space. What is that message? Delivery related message. Delivery related message. Convinced, my dear? All items will be displayed. All prices of the items will be displayed as a single string. Bill amount is displayed and delivery related message will be displayed. Delivery related message will be displayed. But when I can use all these facilities, if I create object for a Flipkart class, if I create object for what? If I create object for what, guys? One of the dependent class. If I assign the dependent class object to target class object, then I can enjoy the features of this Flipkart class, right? So actually I should do in the client application. But giving burden to client is recommended or not recommended? Giving that burden to client is recommended or not recommended? Not recommended. So it's better to provide abstraction for client now, boss, by developing one factory. By developing one factory, client asks for Flipkart object, having courier object. Okay, it should come. How it is created, that's a headache of factory. How it is created, that's a real headache of factory. You are least bothered about them. You are least bothered about them. How that is being created, that's a purely headache of factory. You are least bothered about that. Factory provides abstraction. So I am taking here what, guys? New class. Flipkart factory. New class Flipkart factory, guys. New class Flipkart factory, Rababu. Tell me next one. Public static. Sir, why are you taking method as a static method? Tell me, guys, whoever calls this method, they are interested to create object for factory? No. They are interested to create object for what? By calling this method, they want to get some other class object, right? Suppose if I take this method as a non-static method, we should create object for factory class first, then we should call the method. But people are interested to create any object for factory class, guys? No. By calling method of factory class, they want to get Flipkart class object. Which methods can be called without object? Tell me. Which methods can be called without object? Static. That's the reason we have taken as static. Public static Flipkart. Public static Flipkart. Generally, the static factory method names will be taken as get instance. Get instance means what, guys? Instance means object. Get instance. Get object. Get object. Tell me. String courier. String courier name. String courier name. String courier name. Is that clear, my dear? String courier name. I am taking reference variable of static factory method, guys. Courier is equal to null. Courier is equal to null. Tell me, guys. If courier name is equal to equals ignore case. Don't worry about the case sensitivity. Don't worry about the case sensitivity. DTDC. Are equals ignore case, you know, na? Upper case, lower case, you don't worry. If DTDC is there, then tell me what is that. Courier is equal to new courier of. Courier is equal to new DTDC of. Else if courier name equals ignore case, blue dart, B dart. Courier is equal to new blue dart of. Courier is equal to new blue dart of. Else, else, what should I do? Throw new illegal argument exception. Illegal argument exception. Invalid inputs. Throw new illegal argument exception. Next one is what, guys? Yeah, this is indirectly create a dependent class object. Okay. Create a target class object. Flipkart FPKT is equal to new Flipkart of. Flipkart array, since we have taken return type, still we have not written, that's why error. Once we write the return statement, error will go off. Or if try to use IDE every day, na. Okay. See, assign dependent class object to target class object. No, see, this method returns Flipkart, still no return type. You write return null, error gone. You write return null, error gone. You say return semicolon, error gone. At that place, error gone. So that's why error is coming. Fine. If you use IDE regularly in your core Java, advanced Java, these are the common points, right, boss? You asked that question means lack of practice in Eclipse, boss. Yeah, FPKT dot set courier. Array, I manually created target class object. I manually created dependent class object. I manually assigned dependent class object to target class object. Return target class object. Return FPK. Return FPK. Clear, my dear? Got it? Return FPKT, guys. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Here also I will write sys. Sys means system.out.println with message. Super, guys. And now tell me, whenever I call getInstance method with the courier name, creation of dependent class object based on the courier name we passed. Creation of target class object, assigning target class object to dependent class object to target class object, and returning the target class object automatically taken care or not? Is automatically taken care by container or not? I want reply, boss. Is automatically taken care by container or not? Client boss, new class. Okay, no burden on the client boss. Strategy DP and factory DP test. Strategy DP and underscore factory DP test, guys. Main method finish. Main method finish, boss. Tell me, guys. Get to Flipkart class object using the fact. Using the fact. Tell me, guys. Flipkart FPKT is equal to Flipkart factory dot get instance of Flipkart factory dot get instance of DTDs. That's it, guys. I want DTDC courier service. Listen. String result is equal to FPKT dot shopping. FPKT dot shopping was. New string array shirt. New string array trouser. String array shirt. New string array shirt, new string array trouser. New trouser. I want to see it is getting hat also. Okay, guys. Yeah, new float array, guys. New float array. Array, this is the first parameter. Second parameter is prices, right? New float array. Shirt to price 3000.0f. Trouser price 5000 plus 0f. Hat price 1000.0f. Right now, boss. Close the flower bracket. This brand. Let us assume branded ones. Okay. Sys out result, guys. I'm just printing the message result. End of the main method, end of the class. End of the main method. See, no burden on the client. Client is getting target class object with dependent class object. So that means factory is taking care of everything now, boss. Factory is taking care of everything. First Flipkart get instance is created. Since I pass it DTDC class object is created here. DTDC class object is created. Then target class object is created. Then because of setter method, courier class object is created to DTDC object. Courier class object is created to DTDC object. Understanding my statement? Courier class object is created to DTDC object, guys. Super. After that, what next? Flipkart class object. Invoke the business method. Invoke the business method. Next, what happened, guys? Okay. Then the courier object is assigned to Flipkart object by calling setter method, returning Flipkart object having courier object. On that, I called business method. So by that time, control comes to business method. This courier is filled up with DTDC object, guys. Bill amount is calculated, order ID is generated, delivery is happening by using courier object. Delivery is happening with courier object. That means I'm able to use, here I'm able to use injected courier object or not, injected DTDC object or not. And here is the message. Look at the message we got, guys. Shirt, trouser, hat are ordered, spell mistakes, with prices this, having bill amount 9,000 and 9485 order ID, order is order assigned to DTDC for delivery. Is assigned to DTDC for delivery. Things are coming as expected or not, boss? Ordered. Clear, guys? What the point, my dear? Here is my courier.java, guys. Here is my courier.java, paste. Here is my blue.java. Here is my blue.java. Here is my DTDC.java. Here is my DTDC.java. Here is my DTDC.java. Here is my Flipkart factory.java. Here is my Flipkart factory.java. Flipkart factory.java. Here is my strategy DP. As Rabab. Praveen, you don't know save as option in save as option? Save as option you don't know? Are you computer science background student? Did you ever work with MS Word, MS Excel, Notepad? Save as, boss. Save as. Save this file with a new name. Then do the modifications. Right? Anything great in this? Okay. Super. Sometimes I surprise by listening your questions, you know. Okay. How much time it takes to write? It all depends upon how much passion you have to become programmer. Vishal Singh, how much passion you have, how much core Java knowledge you have. It's a purely core Java knowledge, right now? It's a purely core Java knowledge. Is there any Spring in this example, guys? No Spring. Purely core Java, right? Errors will come, guys. Errors will come. You have to solve the errors. Getting error is not a problem, guys, but we should be in a position to solve them. That is life. That is life, right? Yes. Okay. Devanshu, you don't decide, you tried everything. Until error solved, you have to try. Class not found exception means what? Spell mistakes in the class name, wrong package name, right? That is the error, na? Okay, you don't decide everything is perfect, still error is coming. Until you solve the problem, error is error. You don't become compiler, you don't become JVM. Okay, super. Around March 15, Spring Boot and microservice will be started. Super. Okay. Devanshu, class not found exception means wrong class name or jars are not added. Package name spell mistake, class name spell mistake. Beside that, the class name might have given a which class not found also. Array index out of bounds exception. You are not passing arrays. You are not passing arrays where expected, guys. So this is the output we are having, boss. Get instance, DTDC object. Flipkart we have not copied and pasted. Target class is not pasted. Okay. Sir, this random class will give only numeric values, boss. This random class will give only numeric value. You want with alphabets? Okay, you should write your own class. You should write your own logic for it. That is, here is our Flipkart class. Here is our Flipkart class. Okay, boss. Now listen. Taking this common interface is rule number 2, na boss. Strategy DP. Strategy DP. Strategy DP. Rule 2. SDP rule 2, right? SDP rule 2. SDP rule 2. SDP rule 2. SDP rule 2, right? Yeah, taking interface is rule 2, Rabal. In fact, this is taking interface is also part of rule 3, Rabal. Rule 3 supports extension, na boss. Because of this extension interface only, we are able to go for extension, right? Yes or no, na? Okay. Chandan Kumar, don't create the modules. Try with my code. I said many things, my dear. Chandan Kumar, take copy paste my code and try once. Copy paste my code and try once, I said. And I ask you to send your copy of code to me. No, I will listen only half means it's not going to work out, na Chandan. I ask you to take my code and try once. I ask you to reinstall. Did I? Okay. So that means you are doing one blunder which is regularly same. Okay. Run the code again. Where are you sleeping, my dear? Run the code again. Go to client application. Sir, you reinstalled a NATA, that really does not matter, Babu. Your problem is solved a NATA, that matters, right? Concentrate on solving the problem. Na. Send your code to me, I'll find out the problems. Okay, after reinstallation also problem is not solved. The problem is there with the code. Component scamming may be right. Send me total code. Rule number 2, rule number 3, guys. Tell me here. This is for factory pattern. This is factory pattern, right, boss? Next. Don't create modules while creating project. Okay, do one thing. Take a fresh project, copy, paste the resources. But make sure that modules are not created in the project. Modules are not created in the project, right? Okay. My mail ID, yeah? Open initial classes once and there you will get my mail ID. Feel shame, Ra Babu. These many days you are asking mail ID. Great. Great, boss. Great. Welcome to Dunya. Devanshu, is it not too early to take my email ID now? Okay. Flipkart.java. Wait, I will give at the end. Wait, I will give at the end. Super. Yeah, tell me what is this, guys? As a property, we are preferring composition rather this. SDP rule number 2, right? SDP rule number 1. SDP rule number 1. Tell me next. Taking interface type. SDP rule number 2, right? SDP rule number 2. What do you say, guys? SDP rule number 2. Okay, here we are using the injected courier service. Taking final SDP rule number 3. Yes or no, na? Okay, SDP rule number 3. Someone is asking, if I don't take final, what happened? I can develop the subclass and I can modify the logics. If I take them final, can we develop the subclass? Can we modify the logic, guys? SDP rule number 3, right? SDP rule 3. SDP rule 3. Taking class as a final class, right, boss? SDP rule 3. Taking class as final class. SDP rule 3. Okay. Super. Okay. Right, guys. Yeah. So there are some problems when I develop strategy design pattern using core Java, right, boss? Those problems and redeveloping same application using Spring and advantages of Spring over core Java, I will take up in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow you will get real meaning of working with Spring, boss. The real advantage of working with Spring. So don't miss tomorrow's class at any cost, right? Okay, guys. So though I pinch, I give your information, guys. So this is my email ID. Right. Okay. Learning subject is the only way to handle interviews. Learning subject is the only way to handle interviews. Clear? Okay. So tomorrow you'll understand real power of Spring compared to what? Subject, boss. If you have subject, you can handle any interview. It's okay. Tell me here, what is this? Full stack. Full stack. This one, guys. Here is the upload. Done. Okay. What is this? Class content. Spring, guys. 64.